It is Friday, April 7th, about 17:30, 5:30 p.m. If you have any experience of the sea and you look around at this water, you know there is not much wind. Less, maybe 5 knots, maybe only 4. We're sailing wind speed. We're sailing 4 and 5 knots. GANNET doesn't need much wind, but she has had, for a lot of this passage, even less. We've only been sailing this well, if that's the appropriate word, for the last couple of hours. Last night at about this time, there was a sky that I just did not understand. I wrote that in the passage log. They were very strange cloud formations. I concluded that they perhaps forebode something unpleasant. And so I eased the main sheet and the traveler, partially furled the jib before I tried to go to sleep. Well, before I did go to sleep. I often go to sleep at around 8 p.m. because I know I'm going to be awake at night. Well, at 10 p.m., the sky explained itself in a blast of rain and wind. The wind had veered to the east, and the pelagic was doing its best to try to keep us on course, which is around 295, 300, but we were sailing about 010, a little bit east of north. Just wasn't strong enough with that sail area. Eventually that eased. The pelagic brought us back on course, and that front left a big hole behind it. The pelagic kept us pointed in the right direction. And I unfurled the jib around midnight, so we had full sail area up. But we just essentially drifted during the night. We were becalmed. We drifted in the right direction at maybe a knot and a half. And it was the same way this morning, much of today. It's really a lovely evening. Pleasant temperature. We have about 1,350 miles to go. Carol is, I believe, going to be on a flight to St. Lucia 2 weeks tomorrow. I hope I am there to greet her, but I am not sure I will be. With any kind of decent wind, it would be a sure thing, but I don't believe in this wind. I don't know if you can see it up there. There's the repair and the leach of the mainsail that I did with the Dr. Sails the other day. Another repair there that I just glued it on with contact cement. GANNET's due for some new sails, maybe this year. If not, then next. Pelagic's doing a fine job. I'd like to go back to sheet to tiller, but the wind is just too light and variable. And so at least the pelagic will keep us pointed in the right direction tonight. I am very pleased with the pelagic. It has performed perfectly. Until it disappoints me, I'm going to consider it essential equipment on GANNET. And maybe it will never disappoint me. Mouth of the Amazon is over there, mouths of the Amazon, about 500 miles. Coast of Brazil is over there, about 350. Sail on.